Okay. Next question. 3 more important questions on chapter vectors algebra. Okay, right. Fifth question. Find the unit vector perpendicular to each vectors a plus b and a minus b, where a vector is equal to I plus j plus k and b vector is equal to I plus 2j plus 3k. Right? See, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡು. ನಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ನಾ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ನೀವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ. So a vector plus b vector equal to, what is a vector here? Write it I plus j plus k cap plus what is b vector? I plus 2j plus 3k cap. Okay, so that is equal to a vector plus b vector equal to, see, I plus I becomes what? 2i. Next, j plus 2j becomes what? 3j. K plus 3k becomes what? 4k. Okay, this is a plus b vector. Next you find a vector minus b vector, that is equal to, a vector is I plus j plus k minus I minus 2j minus 3k. Okay, right. So next, that is equal to a vector minus b vector equal to, see here, plus I minus I cancel, becomes 0, 0 I cap. Okay, next, plus j minus 2j becomes what? Minus j cap. Next, plus k minus 3k becomes what? Minus 2k cap. Okay, here it is a minus b vector, right? Okay, right, to find the vector perpendicular to a plus b and a minus b. So can I write this a plus b vector is equal to b vector, and a minus b vector becomes what? Q vector. Right? See, you know the formula, a vector cross b vector equal to magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector into sine theta into n cap. So what is n cap? Is a unit vector perpendicular to a and b. Okay, so a plus b vector ಮತ್ತು a minus b vector ಎರಡು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ a plus b ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು a minus b ಗೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ರೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ, ನಾ a plus b ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿನಿ? p ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? p ಕ್ರಾಸ್ q ಅಂತ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ p ಕ್ರಾಸ್ q ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು? I j k cap. ರೈಟ್ ದ ಕೋಯಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್. ಸಿ, p ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೋಯಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಏನೇನು ನೋಡು? 2, 3, 4. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ q ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೋಯಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್? 0, minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, first to find p vector cross q vector, right? So that is equal to, here it is I into bracket, e column hero biddಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ? 3 into minus 2 becomes minus 6 minus 4 into 1 into 4 becomes what? 4 minus minus plus 4 and minus j cap. Okay, here it is plus minus plus, right? Minus j cap into bracket. Okay, right, 2 into minus 2 minus 4 minus 0 into 4 becomes 0 plus k cap, and e column hero ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ? 2 into minus 1 becomes minus 2 and minus 0. So that is equal to p vector cross q vector is equal to minus 6 plus 4 becomes minus 2i. Okay, and minus minus, here it is plus 4 j cap. Here also minus 2 k cap. Okay, this is a vector, right? So can I write this vector becomes c vector? Okay, right, ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ? To find the unit vector perpendicular to a plus b vector and a minus b vector. ಇದು ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ a plus b ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ a minus b ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸೊ c ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ that is equal to c cap equal to what? What is unit vector? That vector divided by that magnitude. Okay, right. So first to find magnitude of c vector, you know, magnitude of c vector is equal to root, okay, root a square plus b square minus plus c square, right? So that is equal to minus 2 square plus 4 square plus minus 2 square. So that is equal to magnitude of c equal to root 2 square becomes 4, 4 square becomes 16, again 2 square becomes 4. That is equal to what? Root 24. Okay, right. Now c cap equal to c cap is equal to that vector divided by that magnitude. So what is c vector? Minus 2i plus 4 j cap minus 2 k cap. So that is equal to c cap equal to minus 2 divided by magnitude of c means what? Root 24. Then minus 2 plus 4 j cap minus 2 k cap divided by root 24. Okay. So next you write last step. C cap is equal to minus 2 by root 24 I cap plus 4 divided by root 24 I j cap minus 2 k cap minus 2 by root 24. Okay, this is the unit vector perpendicular to a plus b and a minus b vector. Okay, ಸರಿ. So second question same similar method ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೇ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Okay, next see sixth question. Find the vector a comma b and c satisfies the condition a plus b plus c vector equal to 0. Find the value of mu a dot b plus b dot c plus c dot e. If a magnitude of a vector is 1, magnitude of b vector is 4, and magnitude of c vector is 2. Okay, so first to write given. What is the given? A vector plus b vector plus c vector equal to 0, and also magnitude of a vector is equal to 1, magnitude of b vector is equal to 4, and magnitude of c vector equal to 2. Okay, right. See, you know, a vector dot a vector is equal to magnitude of a into, okay, you know, cos 0. A vector and a vector itself same vector angle ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, angle between the same vector is 0, cos 0. So that is equal to a vector dot a vector is equal to magnitude of a square. Cos 0 value becomes what? Magnitude of a into magnitude of a is magnitude of a square. Cos 0 value is 1. That is equal to magnitude of a square. Okay, similarly see here. So okay, you know commutative law, a vector dot b vector equal to b vector dot a vector anta ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. Okay, right. See, the given a vector plus b vector is there. A vector plus b vector plus c vector into, I will multiply by same vector, a vector plus b vector plus c vector equal to 0 into 0, right? 0 into 0. Okay, so I'll multiply by each term. Then that is equal to what? A vector dot a vector plus a vector dot b vector plus a vector dot c vector. Okay, let's come next. B vector dot a vector plus b vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector. Okay, next plus c vector dot a vector plus c vector dot b vector plus c vector dot c vector equal to 0 into 0 becomes what? 0. Okay, right. So next, you already know a vector dot a vector is equal to magnitude of a square. Okay, next a vector dot b vector, a vector dot c vector. Okay, so plus, can I write b vector dot c vector is equal to a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot b vector means what? Magnitude of b square. B vector dot c vector, c vector dot a vector. Can I write c vector dot b vector is equal to is commutative, b vector dot c vector. What is c dot c? Magnitude of c square is equal to 0. Okay, see. So what is the magnitude of a? Magnitude of a is 1. Can I write 1 square plus a vector dot b vector plus c. Can I write a vector dot c vector is equal to c vector dot a vector plus a vector dot b vector plus magnitude of b is 4. Magnitude of b square becomes what? 4 square. Okay, next b vector dot c vector, c vector dot a vector plus b vector dot c vector plus magnitude of c becomes what? 2. 2 square equal to 0. Okay, so 1 square becomes what? 1 square becomes 1, right? Plus see, a vector dot b vector plus a vector plus b vector becomes what? 2a vector dot b vector plus, okay, see next to b vector into c vector plus b vector into c vector becomes 2b vector dot c vector plus, next c vector dot a vector plus c vector into a vector becomes what? 2c vector dot a vector. Okay, next plus, see 4 square becomes 16, next 2 square becomes 4 equal to 0. Okay, and I will take 2 is common factor here, so what is the remaining term? A vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector plus, here 16 plus 4 becomes what? 20. 20 plus 1 becomes what? 21 equal to 0. And lastly, okay, a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector equal to, we'll take this term this side, it becomes minus 21. Here 2 is multiple ಇದೆ, so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ divided by 2. Okay, right. Okay, complete. Okay, question number 7th one. If a vector, b vector and c vector 3 unit vector, right, such that a plus b plus c vector equal to 0, find the value of a dot b plus b dot c plus c dot a. Okay, see last question ಏನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸೇಮ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಗಿವನ್, ಓಕೆ, a vector plus b vector plus c vector equal to 0. And next ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ? These 3 vectors are unit vector. Unit vector means that magnitude is what? 1. Magnitude of a vector is 1. Magnitude of b vector is 1. Magnitude of c vector is equal to 1. Okay, right. So next ಸೇಮ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ರೈಟ್. ರೈಟ್ a vector plus b vector plus c vector dot a vector plus b vector plus c vector is equal to 0 dot 0, 0 into 0. Okay, next multiple. So a vector into a vector plus a vector into b vector plus a vector into c vector. Next plus next vector b vector dot a vector, next b vector dot b vector, next b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector plus c vector dot b vector plus c vector dot c vector equal to 0 into 0 becomes 0. Okay, same question in last question in solve ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. Now what is a dot a? Magnitude of a square. Okay, so next a dot b, can I write a dot c becomes c dot a? Okay, next plus, can I write b dot a becomes what? A dot b. Okay, next what is b dot b? Magnitude of b square plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector plus, can I write c dot b becomes b vector dot c vector? What is c dot c? C dot c becomes magnitude of c square equal to 0, right? So what next? See, magnitude of a square plus, can I write, see, a dot b becomes what? 2 a vector dot b vector plus 2 c vector dot a vector plus 2 b vector dot c vector. Okay, next plus magnitude of b square plus magnitude of c square is equal to 0. Okay, right. So next what? First you write a b c are unit vector, right? A b c are unit vector, right? That is equal to 1 square plus, okay, 2 will take common factor, a vector dot b vector plus, first you write this one, b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector. Okay, plus what is the magnitude of b? 1, that is 1 square. Magnitude of c is 1, 1 square equal to 0. That is equal to 1 square becomes 1, right? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, okay, 2 into a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector equal to 0. Okay, what is 1 plus 1 becomes 3. Okay, so 3 plus 2 a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector equal to 0. Take 3 that side, that becomes minus 3. Then that is equal to a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector equal to minus 3 divided by 2. Okay, right. Okay, last question. So ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ 10 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ 10 ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಗಿವನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್? ಎ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? 2i plus j plus 3k cap, and b vector equal to what? 3i plus 5j minus 2k. Okay, right? First to find unit vector perpendicular to a and b. You know what is a cross b? A cross b equal to magnitude of a, magnitude of b, okay, sin theta n cap, right? What is n cap? N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to a vector and b vector. First you find a cross b. A cross b vector equal to, okay, cross product I j k cap. Okay, first coefficient, write a coefficient. Okay, vector a coefficient another 2 1 3. Okay, write b vector coefficient 3 5 minus 2. Okay, right, that is equal to a vector cross b vector equal to, right? So I into bracket, e column arrow budri, 1 into minus 2 becomes minus 2 minus 5 into 3 becomes 15. Okay, plus j, sorry, minus j cap, and arrow e column budri, minus 4 minus 3 3 is 9. Okay, next plus k cap into bracket, 2 5 is 10 minus 3 into 1 becomes 3. That is equal to a vector cross b vector equal to minus 2 minus 15 is minus 17 I cap. Next minus 4 minus minus 13 minus minus plus 13 j cap. Okay, next to 10 into minus 3 becomes 7 k cap. Okay, this vector is perpendicular to a vector and b vector, right? Okay, see, next ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಇದೇ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ 10 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ 10 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಿರಿ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಡಿಡ್ತು ನೋಡಿ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? 1 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ 1 ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು, ಓಕೆ, 10 ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ? ನಾನು 10 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ 10 ಇಂಟು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 10 ಇಂಟು 1 ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 10 ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನಂತೀನಿ? ಸಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಸಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ದು ಏನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? 10 ಅನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅದರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡು 10 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ರೈಟ್. Next to find unit vector c cap equal to that vector divided by that magnitude. Okay, next what is the magnitude of c vector? Root of minus 17 square plus 13 square plus 7 square. So that is equal to, what is 17 square? 17 square is 289, right? 289 plus 13 square is 169 plus 7 square is 49. Okay, so add this value. So 289 plus 169 plus 49. Okay, so that is equal to 507. Okay, right. So magnitude of C is equal to 507. So okay, C cap equal to that vector to that magnitude, right? So what is that vector? Minus 17I, okay, 13J plus 7K cap divided by root 507. Okay, right. So this is a unit vector, right? So I'll multiply by 10 means what? 10 into C cap equal to 10 into, okay, minus 17I divided by root 507 plus 13J divided by root 507. So root 507 is a prime number. A root anna idu madak baralla. Okay na? Plus 100 by root 507 into K cap. Bracket close. So then 10 C cap equal to multiple by minus 170 I cap divided by root 507 plus 130 divided by root 507 J cap plus 70 K cap divided by root 507. Okay, right. This is the vector whose magnitude is 10, right? So ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೊ ಬೈ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.